If you've ever seen an elephant or a giraffe up close, you know how enormous they can feel. But believe it or not, some of the creatures that once roamed our planet would have made even an elephant look puny in comparison. 320 million years ago, the swampy lowlands of ancient jungles were crawling with gigantic millipedes and scorpions. But the real danger wasn't on the ground. It was in the seas. From a monster of a reptile to a giant fish larger than a car, here are the 15 largest animals to ever exist on Earth. And trust me, these are actual, real-life Kraken. Number 15. Dinosaurus. Well, alligators are scary and dangerous, and I'm sure you'll all agree with me. I mean, with big teeth and powerful jaws, they can easily send you to heaven or hell, depending on your deeds. But what if I told you that there was a species even bigger and more fearsome than alligators? This ancient alligator ancestor was known as Dinosaurus, and let's say it was a monster of a reptile. It can grow up to 35 feet long and weigh between 5,000 and 11,000 pounds. As the largest North American predator at the time, they lived during the Cretaceous period, more than 75 million years ago. Research shows that they preyed on dinosaurs, which isn't surprising, given that the Dinosaurus was twice as heavy as the T-Rex. Scientists believe they could have lived to the age of 50, growing for the first 35 years of life. Although larger than today's alligators and crocodiles, the Dinosaurus had a similar appearance to its modern-day relatives. Number 14. Giant prehistoric squids. In the ocean surrounding what is now Japan, fossilized beaks of two unknown prehistoric squids puzzled paleontologists. These beaks were found decades after the colossal squid was first described, and they were even larger than those of Mesonychoteuthis and Archateuthis. Named Haberoteuthis and Yezoteuthis, these mysterious creatures may have exceeded 65 feet in total length, larger than any confirmed modern cephalopod. Their full skeletons remain undiscovered, but the sheer scale of their beaks alone suggests they were true marine giants. If they did exist, their size and structure likely mirrored that of octopuses or massive deep-sea squids, making them some of the most terrifying animals to ever swim Earth's oceans. Some researchers urge caution due to limited fossil evidence, but the magnitude of these beaks is undeniable. These huge predators might have hunted large fish and other cephalopods, and were the kings of their era. Number 13. TheatoArchon. During the Triassic period, this bad boy patrolled the oceans as one of the earliest and most dangerous marine predators. This massive ichthyosaur reached lengths of at least 28 feet and was built to kill. Unlike its gentler relative, Shonosaurus, TheatoArchon had a disproportionately large skull and strong jaws lined with sharp blade-like teeth measuring up to 4.7 inches. These teeth featured dual cutting edges, perfect for slicing into large prey. This wasn't a creature that nibbled. It could devour animals nearly as big as itself. Paleontologists believe it filled the same ecological role that orcas play today, regulating marine populations by hunting everything from fish to other marine reptiles. Its physical traits, like a large head, aggressive bite, and agility, made it a top-tier predator in its ecosystem. It didn't rely on stealth or speed alone. It thrived through sheer power and adaptability. When it appeared in the waters, everything else either ran or became food. Number 12. Risotus. The murky depths once hid giants, a fish so massive they rivaled cars in both size and weight. Among them was Risotus, a monstrous freshwater predator with fang-like teeth and violent precision. Evolution seemed to have jumped ahead with this beast, crafting a nearly flawless killer tens of millions of years before its time. Risotus belonged to the Rhizodontidae family, lobe-finned predators that ruled freshwater lakes and rivers for over 30 million years. Adults reached 20 to 23 feet in length and weighed between 4,400 and 6,600 pounds. Despite their size, they were remarkably fast. Their streamlined bodies tapered into powerful tails, while rear-positioned fins added thrust and stability. Their main weapon was two massive teeth in the lower jaw, curved, nearly 10 inches long, perfect for locking onto prey. Smaller teeth behind helped secure the kill. Risotus didn't just rip its prey apart, it dragged it underwater brutally. Number 11. Tyosaurus proroger. Tyosaurus was one of the largest marine reptiles in the mosasaur family, measuring up to 46 feet and weighing roughly 18,800 pounds. Despite its colossal size, this predator wasn't slow. Its streamlined body and big tail gave it surprising speed and agility in the water. Tyosaurus had a long, narrow snout filled with conical teeth, ideal for gripping and swallowing prey. Fossilized stomach contents have revealed its diet, everything from fish and smaller reptiles to fellow mosasaurs. In one specimen, remains of a 14-foot marine lizard and the teeth of a massive shark were found in its gut. Its flexible skull enabled it to swallow animals whole, and its teeth, though not serrated, were designed to hold rather than slice. This predator didn't just dominate, it eliminated. It hunted in open waters and could detect prey even in low-visibility conditions, likely thanks to nerve-rich facial features. It was efficient, merciless, and nearly unstoppable. Number 10. Albertonectes. Albertonectes holds the record for the longest neck of any known vertebrate. This elasmosaurid had 76 cervical vertebrae, giving its neck a staggering 23-foot span. When fully extended, its total body length reached nearly 39 feet. Its limbs evolved into 4 flippers, allowing it to glide gracefully through the water. But unlike large-toothed predators, this super-weird beast was not a savage hunter. Its small skull, lined with needle-like teeth, suggests it fed on soft-bodied creatures like fish and squid, likely being its primary diet. Scientists believe it uses its long neck to sneak its head into schools of fish while keeping its bulky body hidden, reducing detection and improving strike accuracy. Despite its enormous size, its jaw structure shows it wasn't built to bite or crush. It swallowed prey whole, relying on its deceptive reach and silent approach. Albertonectes didn't overpower its environment. It outmaneuvered it. That's what made it lethal. Number 9. Argentinosaurus. When we're talking about big, Argentinosaurus wasn't just large, it was beyond practical scale. This late Cretaceous titanosaur is estimated to have reached 75 to 100 feet in length and weighed between 75 to 100 tons. That would make it the largest land animal ever recorded in Earth's history. Its frame was so massive that movement alone would have required immense energy. It likely couldn't walk faster than 5 miles per hour, and even that would have looked more like a slow, deliberate trudge than anything graceful. Its weight compressed everything beneath it, soil, vegetation, and even rock, over time. It wasn't a predator, but its presence shaped the landscape. Forests were cleared in its path, watering holes emptied when it approached, and while fossil evidence is limited, its size alone confirms it was a logistical anomaly of nature, an animal so large that even its own survival depended on how it moved, what it ate, and where it roamed. Number 8. Chronosaurus. Chronosaurus lived up to its name. This marine reptile dominated the early Cretaceous seas with brute strength and terrifying agility. Skull fossils up to 8 feet long suggest it could easily swallow prey larger than a grown guy. Its entire body stretched roughly 33 feet and weighed over 24,000 pounds, comparable in size to an orca, but considerably heavier. Despite its bulk, Chronosaurus was built for speed. Its powerful flippers, compact frame, and short neck gave it exceptional maneuverability in the water. It likely fed on anything it encountered, like fish, mollusks, and other marine reptiles. Smaller animals were crushed and swallowed whole, while larger ones were seized and torn apart, probably using a twisting motion, much like how modern crocodiles dismember prey. Its teeth, though lacking serrations, were long and thick, perfect for clamping down. For most sea creatures, spotting Chronosaurus meant one thing. It was already too late. Number 7. Zephinus. Zephinus was the underwater equivalent of a guided missile, slender, powerful, and ruthless. This bony fish from the late Cretaceous reached lengths of 13 to 20 feet and was notorious for swallowing prey nearly half its size. Its torpedo-shaped body helped it move at high speeds, and its wide jaws were lined with sharp, spike-like teeth. Unlike ambush predators, it chased down its victims with sheer force. In one fossil, an entire 6.5-foot fish, Gylicus arcuatus, was found inside a 13-foot Zephinus, fully intact. It likely choked to death after attempting to devour something too big. Its narrow fins allowed precise control, while a strong tail gave it explosive bursts of speed. Some paleontologists even believe it could leap from the water, dolphin-style, possibly ambushing prey near the surface. Its appearance resembled modern tarpons or megalops, but with a more vicious bite. This wasn't just a fish, it was a relentless, overconfident predator. Number 6. Shonosaurus. Long before Chronosaurus ruled the seas, Shonosaurus was making waves in the Triassic period. This massive ichthyosaur, discovered in what's now Nevada and Germany, was a gentle giant by predator standards. Stretching between 20 and 33 feet, it had a narrow, torpedo-shaped body, an elongated snout, and a vertical tail fin. Its limbs evolved into flippers, but propulsion came mostly from its powerful, undulating tail. Though it looked formidable, Shonosaurus lacked the jaw strength and teeth to take on large prey. Its small, conical teeth were ineffective against big or armored animals, suggesting it hunted soft-bodied prey in deep waters, venturing to coastal zones only to breed or feed seasonally. Adults were largely safe from predators due to their size, but they weren't invincible. Other ichthyosaurs or ancient sharks may have posed threats. Still, Shonosaurus was unique. A massive marine reptile not built to fight, but to thrive. Number 5. Endoceras. If you travel back further, about 450 million years, you'll find Endoceras, the enormous ancestor of Rhinoceros. It was a true colossus of its age, with a shell that stretched up to 26 feet, nearly triple the size of its descendant. Its shell, split into buoyant chambers, made it a master of depth control. Endoceras wasn't just large, it was fast and deadly. Tentacles extended from its base, powerful and coordinated, able to ensnare and crush prey like trilobites and even sea scorpions. Among them, Jacalopterus, an arthropod measuring 8.2 feet, was likely on its menu. With its sheer bulk and speed, Endoceras dominated the Ordovician seas. Unlike its descendant, it didn't wait. It pursued. It moved with purpose, and when it struck, it did so with overwhelming force. For millions of years, Endoceras reigned without equal, until another giant would rise to claim the deep. And we say, thank God, it got wiped out from the face of the earth. Number 4. Archalon. Archalon roamed the late Cretaceous oceans with an armored body stretching 15 feet and weighing over 4,800 pounds. Its massive flippers spanned more than 16 feet across, leaving tracks that resembled bulldozer trails. Though its body was slow-moving, its defense was almost impenetrable. Its shell, curved and robust, protected its soft body from most marine threats. Archalon's large, hooked beak resembled a bird of prey and was perfect for cracking mollusk shells. Predators usually avoided it. Trying to crush its shell was nearly impossible. But even Archalon had enemies. Fossilized remains show missing flippers and healed fractures, likely from violent encounters with mosasaurs, especially M. hoffmanni. Despite its size and armored body, Archalon could still fall victim to these predators when caught off guard. It was strong, durable, and nearly untouchable, unless it crossed paths with something even stronger. Number 3. Ammonites. Ammonites were spiral-shelled cephalopods that filled ancient seas for hundreds of millions of years. Among them, Parapuzosia sepenredensis was the undisputed heavyweight. Its shell could reach up to 11.5 feet in diameter and weigh as much as 3,300 pounds, with half that mass in the shell alone. If uncoiled, its spiral would stretch nearly 32 feet. These marine creatures used their gas-filled shell chambers for buoyancy, propelling themselves using jet bursts of water. Parapuzosia likely hunted with long, muscular tentacles and a strong beak, similar to modern squids. Its massive shell may have supported colonies of sea life, much like a drifting reef. While smaller ammonites were often easy prey for mosasaurs, Parapuzosia's sheer size made it harder to kill. Few predators could bite through its thick, ridged shell. It wasn't fast or agile, but it didn't need to be. In a sea full of hunters, this ammonite was armor-plated and unbothered. Number 2. Cyania Capalada. While modern oceans may not house dinosaurs, they're still home to giants. The lion's mane jellyfish, or Cyania capalada, is the largest known jellyfish species and rivals ancient sea monsters in sheer size. Its bell can span up to 7.5 feet across, but the real shock lies in its tentacles, which can trail over 120 feet long. That's longer than a blue whale. Despite its ghostly appearance, this jellyfish isn't harmless. Its tentacles carry thousands of stinging cells capable of paralyzing small fish and causing painful welts in humans. Unlike other creatures, it leaves no bones behind, making its fossil record nearly non-existent. Its body is almost entirely made of water, with soft tissues that disintegrate quickly after death. This has led scientists to speculate that countless massive jellyfish could have existed in prehistoric oceans, leaving no trace. Even today, the lion's mane remains one of Earth's eeriest and most elusive living giants. Number 1. Camaraceroseras. Camaraceroseras was a cephalopod of titanic proportions, arguably the largest marine predator of the Ordovician period. This apex hunter dominated the oceans for over 30 million years. Fossils suggest its shell could stretch up to 36 feet, with its full body estimated at around 39 feet. About 90% of its length was shell, segmented into chambers for buoyancy control. Camaraceroseras belong to the same group as modern octopuses and squids, giving researchers some clues about its anatomy. It likely had long, muscular tentacles extending from the base of its head, used to grasp prey tightly. Its powerful keratinized beak could crack through armored mollusks and the exoskeletons of sea scorpions. Some theories even propose it fed on jawless fish. Often portrayed as having poor eyesight, this is speculative. Most cephalopods have excellent vision, and Camaraceroseras was likely no different. Equipped with color perception and low-light adaptability, it was a ruthless predator in a world that rewarded power. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for hanging with us, and we'll see you in the next one.